Hello, this is Photography Gamer, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing Mass Effect 2 for the Xbox Series S. The game was originally released in 2010 for the Xbox 360. Mass Effect 2 is an action role-playing game developed by BioWare. The game sees you assume control of Commander Shepard. Shepard is tasked with assembling a crack team of specialists in order to prepare for an epic mission. So what is the game like to play? Well, you start by creating your own Commander Shepard. You do have the option to import your character from Mass Effect 1, although the system didn't work for me, so I just made a new one. The options available are pretty good, giving you some nice freedom to make a unique looking character. One area the game has improved since Mass Effect 1 is the combat feel and controls. Before it had this slightly awkward and cumbersome style, but not here. Skirmishes are much more fluid and enjoyable with a variety of weapons, biotic skills, squad orders and cover-based shooting at your disposal. The weapons felt more punchy and you can also research and upgrade with a little bit of more freedom as you find new alien technologies for your adventure. In Mass Effect 2 you're tasked with assembling a squad of specialists. It's this core gameplay loop that makes for some very interesting missions as you encounter old friends to bring into the fold. The new cast of mercenaries you meet and recruit are a varied bunch with pretty interesting backstories.
What is it about killing that fascinates you so much?
I figure every time someone dies and it's not me, my chances of survival go up.
And these backstories can be dug into if you spend time getting to know those characters. And getting to know them, I'd say it's essential for the success of the mission. You see, to recruit a character you do one mission. Once they're on board you have the option to get to know them, and as you do they'll offer you a special mission to complete for them. If you do this mission for them, their loyalty to you and to the squad will increase, making the final push have a higher potential success rate. A special mention has to go to the writing team who've really pieced together a fascinating and enthralling narrative. The story takes you to all manner of wonderful locations, from space prisons, planets at war or even intergalactic nightclubs. Love interests are once more a feature with a lot more potential for being a Casanova. As far as I can recall, there isn't anyone who's safe from Commander Shepard's rugged charms, but these love storylines, they're all optional if you really want to pursue them. The game world is much larger than before with a vast galaxy map to explore. You'll be flying the Normandy to multiple solar systems, landing on alien worlds or just using your off-planet mining orbs to accrue resources to upgrade your ship or your loadout. Finally on gameplay, I have to talk about the ending, but don't worry, there are no spoilers here. Mass Effect 2 has one of the most impactful and meaningful end sequences in any game that I've played. The reason it carries such weight is due to its interwoven relevance to each mission you've done in the game leading up to that point. The team that you assemble will be there on your final mission, and it's very unlikely that all of them are going to make it to the end. You will have these key choices to make. Which characters do you assign to various duties during that epic finale? And your choices could mean life or death. Then, factor in the loyalty missions for each character. If you complete that for all your squad, you'll have a much stronger group that's more likely to succeed. Or if you go in a little half-baked with a group who don't really have your back, and a ship that's not had the time spent invested in its sort of infrastructure, you're going to have a tough time. It's this that makes the ending really powerful, as it gives relevance and meaning to the entire game you've just played. So in summary, it's a really perfect balance between combat, action, exploration and narrative with a really strong end sequence. Graphically, the game is a considerable improvement on the first game with better animation and more fluid feel on the whole. Lighting is better, textures are better, and overall it really has the necessary advancements a sequel should make. Sound-wise, Mass Effect 2 is absolutely sensational. The voice acting is immense, with high-caliber actors, amazing writing, and a story that's compelling from start to finish.
Take a good long look at me. Do I look like a looter?
No.
That's right. Now I'm going in. If I find looters, I'll kill them. Anybody gets in my way, I'll kill them too.
I have to have a special mention for Miranda and the Elusive Man, who for me are two of the best characters in the game, and they really just add some real quality to it. The musical score also perfectly suits the sci-fi theme, and the general sound effects are just a massive improvement. Okay, what's good and what's bad? What's good? The story, narrative, writing and voice acting are sublime. The way you assemble a crack squad of specialists and get to know them makes for a compelling campaign. The end sequence is one of the best in gaming history, combat has improved in terms of controls and fluidity, the love interest feature has been expanded, the characters and plot are compelling, and is one of the best sci-fi games of all time. What's bad? The only part of the experience that does get a little tedious is the planetary mining, which you can't really get around if you really do want to upgrade your ship for the final push. So what's the verdict? Mass Effect 2 is one of the best examples of how to make a compelling, engaging and enthralling adventure role-playing game. The story is interesting with wonderful dialogue and characters who feel realistic as you dig into their conversation arcs to learn who they are and what they've been through. It also has one of the best endings in any game you could ever care to play. It's not only a fantastic series of events and set pieces, but it brings value to the whole game experience as it ties in all of your activities you've undertaken throughout the adventure. It's a rare thing to see a game ending that's not only spectacular but also perfectly fits with the game as a whole. Too many games end with a kind of a damp squib, some tedious boss fight and a series of events that feel out of sync with what the game actually was like, but not here. This is a lesson to all developers how you do it correctly. So all in all, Mass Effect 2 is gaming royalty. It's an example to all developers how it should be done, not only in gameplay terms, story terms, combat and progression, just everything. And how you can tie all of that stuff together and the core adventure campaign to make an amazing ending. It really is marvellous work and I loved it back in the day, and again playing it here, I loved it as much as I did back then. So considering the quality of the dialogue, the amazing story depth, the brilliant characters, the improved combat and possibly the best end sequence I've ever had in a game, my score for Mass Effect 2 is 10 out of 10. Okay, that was the review. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. This is Photography Gamer signing off. Thank you.